Today we're walking through how to rig the RS Quest, step by step, so you can get on the water quickly and with confidence. You will notice that the jib and mainsail bags are numbered. Though we prefer to keep sails and boats matched up, it is not required. After choosing your boat, be sure to check the wind direction. We want the bow pointing into the wind, as it makes rigging much easier. If winds are easterly, you will be able to rig and hoist on the dock. If winds are from any other direction, you will rig the sails on the dock, but hoist after pushing the boat into the water. Efficient rigging begins at the stern. Carefully lift the rudder out of the cockpit and attach to the transom by placing the pintles in the gudgeons, ensuring it clicks in place. Then use the tiller to lock the rudder in the upright position. If the dock is busy or if the wind is not easterly, wait to install the rudder until ready to push back into the water. Be sure to secure the stern drain plug. Next, if your boat has a reefing outhaul installed, uncoil it and lower it into the boat. Do the same with the main sheet. As you work your way forward, this is a good time to uncoil the main halyard and Cunningham lines from the eye-ring on the front of the mast.
Let's attach the jib. First, tension the standing rigging by pulling the forestay lever down. Be sure not to pinch your hands. Unpack the jib and enroll it on the bow. Find the head of the sail and orient the jib so the sheets run aft. Now we'll attach the head of the jib to the furler. Carefully unscrew the shackle from the furler and remove the jib halyard. Use the shackle to secure the head of the jib to the furler. Next, hank the jib by securing the jib hanks to the forestay, hoisting as we go. Once the last hank is in place, hook the tack kringle, hoist the sail fully, and secure the jib halyard with the cleat on the port side of the mast. If present, secure the Velcro flap over the forestay and jib tack. Untangle the two jib sheets as required and run them on either side of the mast. They must run inside the shrouds. Push them through the fair leads and tie a stopper knot at the end of the sheets. A double or triple overhand knot is best, though a figure 8 will work too. Finally, locate the jib furling line on the port side of the boat. Furl the jib by pulling this line aft, keeping some tension on the leech of the sail for a tight roll. If the jib won't furl, ensure the jib sheets aren't cleated off or fouled elsewhere in the boat.
Now for the mainsail. With the boat still pointed into the wind, unpack and unroll the mainsail on the starboard side. Remove the halyard from the cleat on the starboard side of the mast and lower the boom in a controlled fashion to the starboard bench seat in the boat. Untie the sheet bend between the outhaul and main halyard. Keep a tight grip on the halyard. Attach the main halyard to the head of the sail as shown, running a loop through the head of the sail from port to starboard, and then placing that loop over the bobble to secure. Ensure the bobble remains on the starboard side of the head of the sail. Pre-rig the outhaul by sliding the clew slug into the boom track. Run the outhaul line through the clew from starboard to port. Then back through the fair lead and into the jam cleat on the boom. Tie a figure 8 knot at the end of the outhaul. Keep outhaul loose until after hoisting the sail. Secure the tack kringle on the reefing hook by the gooseneck. Put the head of the mainsail into the mast track just above the gooseneck from the starboard side of the boat. Be sure the slug and bolt rope go into the track. If present, secure the reefing outhaul by passing through the reefing clew from starboard to port down to the fairlead on the port side of the boom, and up to the jam cleat on the boom near the mast. Begin hoisting the mainsail by feeding it into the track as you pull down on the other end of the main halyard. Depending on wind direction and speed, you may find the battens get stuck on the G-nav. If so, simply turn the boat a bit into the wind or even move the boom over to the port side to free up space to hoist cleanly. Hoist the mainsail fully and secure the halyard with the cleat on the mast. Secure the tack strap around the mast. It should go over the halyard but under any other lines. Run the Cunningham through the cringle and secure through the jam cleat on the port side of the mast. Release any tension in the main sheet to keep the sail luffing. If not being used, the reefing outhaul can be kept out of your way by wrapping tightly around the boom. Clean up halyards with a simple butterfly coil and place in Velcro pouches on the mainsail. If the sail doesn't have pouches, coil the halyards and secure on the spinnaker pole eye-ring on the front of the mast. We recommend leaving the G-nav line loose until underway after departing the dock. Be sure to secure both jib and mainsail bags in a dock box so they don't blow away.
In higher wind conditions, you may wish to reduce the power in your sails by reefing the mainsail. Begin by removing the Cunningham and uncleating the main halyard. Lower the sail until you come to the reefing tack cringle. Attach this to the reefing hook on the boom, and then hoist the sail back up until it's tight. Secure the halyard in the cleat and run the Cunningham through the new cringle above the reefing tack. Be sure there is slack in the main sheet and pull the reefing clew down using the reefing outhaul. Run the reefing outhaul forward along the boom and run it through the jam cleat. Ensure the new clew is tight to the boom. Cleat the line, adding a figure 8 knot, then wrapping any excess around the boom as needed. Fold up or roll the excess mainsail and secure with the 2 reefing lines using a square knot. Do not tie the reefing lines around the boom, only around the excess sail.
Untie the bow line from the dock and carefully push the boat back into the water, with the bow pointed towards prevalent wind direction. One person should step into the boat and lower the centerboard. Feel free to use a foot if it is tight. Use the tiller to lower the rudder into the water. Please make sure the rudder is completely vertical before locking in the tiller by pushing down firmly, and use your hand at the rudder end of the tiller. You should not need to use excessive force. Use a push it back, then down approach. If the winds are from the south, west, or north, you will need to wait to hoist the sails until the boat is launched. The rigging process is the same, although in certain conditions you may find it helpful to attach the clew and tack of the mainsail first, and then attaching the halyard to the head of the sail. Run the outhaul in the same manner, being sure to tie a figure 8 knot at the end once in place. Hoist the mainsail no further than the spreaders on the mast. This prevents the sail powering up too much on the dock.
We also have smaller mainsails in our sail locker. These are ideal for new sailors or higher wind days, as a reduced power will give you greater control and confidence on the water. Please note that currently the small sails do not have Velcro pockets near the tack to store the halyards, so you will need to get creative. Many sailors prefer to coil up the jib halyard and tuck along the mast just above the cleat on the port side. Attach the rudder if you haven't already, and push the boat back into the water. Turn it so the bow is facing the prevalent winds. Carefully step into the boat and push the centerboard down. Then move to the stern of the boat and lower the rudder. Move up to the bow of the boat and stand in front of the mast, balancing carefully. Hoist the mainsail fully and secure the halyard in the cleat. Run the Cunningham through the cringle in the sail and cleat off on port side of mast. Secure the sail's tack strap, being careful to place it over the halyards but under all the other lines. The main halyard may then be coiled and tucked through the eye-ring on the front of the mast. Adjust your outhaul and G-nav to the current wind conditions and you are ready to sail. We hope you enjoy sailing out in Hickam Harbor. We can't wait to see you on the water.